Hi, in this video I'm going to be talking about 4 steps to a more curated closet and starting a capsule wardrobe. So if your goal is to buy less clothes or to be more sustainable, maybe you want to make getting dressed easier or just get the most out of things you already have, you should keep watching. And stay tuned until the very end for 11 do's and don'ts that I had to learn the hard way so you don't have to. So what is closet curation? Closet curation is being strategic about the clothing and the accessories that you buy so that you maximize the mixing and matching you can do with what you already have. So what is a capsule wardrobe? A capsule wardrobe is a curated closet but with a specific purpose. So the purpose could be to minimize the quantity of clothes that you have. It could be to have fun. It could be for a travel carry-on, for a vacation. It could also be for stimulating creativity and getting the most out of everything you already have. So let me know down in the comments which types of capsule wardrobes interest you and which ones you want to see me talking about more in detail. I personally see my wardrobe as one big capsule wardrobe. I don't like to limit the amount of pieces I have, but I do plan carefully for each piece so they can be cohesive within my closet. And I will use capsule wardrobing for creativity, for fun, and for travel. This video is just a walkthrough of the basic first steps you need to take to curate your wardrobe and to start a capsule wardrobe. But I will be making more videos talking more in depth about each of these topics, so subscribe if you're interested in seeing those. There are 4 key pillars to starting a curated capsule wardrobe: function, style, colors, and fit or shape. The most important of these is function, so that's where we're going to start. If you don't know what your lifestyle looks like and what type of pieces you need in your wardrobe, it won't matter if your closet is super curated or is Pinterest worthy. If you don't have the right clothing for your lifestyle, it won't work for you. To start thinking about function, we have to pin down 3 of the most prominent activities you have in your life. So normally work, leisure, and events will encapsulate everything you need, but make sure to think about how this can relate to your life and what your categories should be. What does your work life look like? Do you work from home? Do you work at an office? Are you a stay-at-home mom? Are you busy running around every day from here to there and commuting? And what's appropriate to wear to these places? So is it okay to go to the office in jeans? Do you really need a blazer or a pantsuit? Is it okay to work in your sweats? The same thing goes for leisure. Do you spend your time bar hopping with your friends? Or maybe are you camping every weekend? Do you have brunch every Sunday? Or are you just napping on the couch most of your free time? What are the clothes that are pertinent to these categories, to these activities? So if you're going out to a lot of fancy dinners, you're probably going to want some more formal wear. If you're just going out every weekend doing things outdoor, you should probably be investing in activewear. And for events, think about events that you go to regularly, such as church on Sundays. Maybe you're going to a lot of baby showers or weddings, or maybe you just have one fancy date night every week. And what do you want to wear to those? Do you need some modest dresses or maybe some sexy dresses? Maybe you need both. Maybe some fun pants or a silky cami. So as you can see, depending on the activity and your lifestyle, it will change drastically the types of pieces that you need in your wardrobe. So it's important to spend some time thinking about this pillar and the activities and lifestyle that you lead currently. It's useful to make a list, so jot down your categories. Like I said, it could be work, leisure, and events, and then each item of clothes that realistically fits inside those categories. And again, if these categories don't fit your lifestyle, change them up. This is not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. Make sure that the categories are tailored to you so you can get the most out of your curated closet. But in case you do need a starting point, because I know sometimes it's really hard and I needed a starting point when I started out, let me know in the comments because I'm working on a few lists of suggestions for each of these categories and I'd be interested to know if you're interested in them. Now let's talk about style. Do you know what your style is, or are you still figuring it out? I know that I took so long to get where I am today, and I'm constantly changing, so make sure you don't pressure yourself too much. So what do you lean towards? Classy, sexy, romantic, sporty? It's an ongoing process, but knowing what you like right now will help get you started. Knowing your style is important because it'll help you keep focused about what you want to put into your closet. For example, I don't like ruffles. They're not my style. In case by chance I find something in a store that has ruffles and I think about buying it, I know that I probably shouldn't because I'll end up not wearing it. Your style is especially good to have in mind when you're navigating through trends and deciding which ones you want to invest in and which ones you're just gonna skip by. This way, you're curating your closet to only have pieces that you actually love and not putting in things that you're gonna end up not wearing. An easy way to help you assess your style is to create a Pinterest board and pinning all the outfits that you love. You shouldn't overthink the process, just start pinning whatever catches your eye. After you've got a decent amount of references, you can analyze them and start thinking about what you see that repeats itself and if you have any patterns that are very obvious, such as color, styles, pieces, and so on. Are there a lot of frilly dresses, all black outfits, animal print, maybe a lot of leggings? Make a list of everything that repeats itself. This will give you a good guide of where to start curating your closet. Something else that can help you get started is taking one of those style quizzes that you find on the internet. I'll try to link one or two down in the description. Examples of universal style are classic, relaxed, dramatic, creative, feminine. Tell me in the comments what you think that your style is. However you choose to inspire yourself, remember to be realistic. Outfit inspirations can be fun, playful, creative, but sometimes they just don't work in real life. And sometimes they don't even work for your lifestyle. Sometimes an outfit could be styled for a photo shoot, but it's really not practical to wear day to day. And it's great if you find super dressy office attire great, but if you're not gonna wear it realistically every day, then it's probably not a good idea to invest in it. Color is our next pillar. Curating a color palette for my wardrobe changed the way I bought clothes and I wore clothes. And it's such an impactful step because it makes everything in your closet so much more cohesive. To make it simple, we can divide colors into 3 categories: neutrals, accents, and patterns. And yes, I know patterns aren't technically a color, but bear with me a little bit. Neutrals will make a really good base for your wardrobe. Ideally, you can choose 1 dark neutral and 1 light neutral, but feel free to choose as many as you'd like. When you buy certain basic pieces, such as t-shirts and jeans, you should probably think about buying 1 in each of your neutrals. This will make it easier to style other colors on top. So if your neutrals are black and white, it'll probably be a good idea to invest in a t-shirt in both of those colors. Now let's talk about accent colors. Accent colors are excellent to show off your personal style and to add flexibility to your curated closet. I mean, unless you love an all neutral look. In that case, we should sit together at lunch. The key here is to pick accent colors that will complement each other well. And this is very important because if you want to get the most mixing and matching out of your curated closet, these colors need to really work well together. It's easier to start with fewer accent colors. So 1 to 3 is a reasonable number, and the more confident you get, the more colors you can add. If you need help color matching, I suggest looking at a few color wheels. They're an easy way to visualize which colors go together, and they'll take all the guesswork out of it. Now let's talk about patterns. So just like everything else I've already talked about in this video, it's easier to start with just a few patterns right off the bat so you don't get overwhelmed. Some examples of patterns are stripes, polka dots, paisley, florals, you name it. Whatever you do choose, just make sure that the pattern's bases and the colors within the patterns are either in neutral colors or are in the accent colors that you've already chosen. This will ensure that the patterns that you choose will go with all the other basic clothing and solid colors that you already have. If you're getting a lot of value out of this video, I'd love it if you'd give it a like. And lastly, but not least important, you need to pay attention to fit and shape of the clothing that you're buying. And I'll give you a very obvious example. How many jeans do you have? I'm guessing you probably have some skinny jeans, maybe some mom jeans, maybe straight leg, boot cut. And even though they're all jeans, they have very different silhouettes and probably serve different purposes. Paying attention to the cut and the fit of the clothing that you buy is essential to curate a closet that really transmit your style and the image you'd like to portray. So you might like wearing blazers, but do you prefer them tailored or do you prefer them oversized? And this is something that I struggled with for a long time. You can't just go looking for a generic piece of clothing. A blazer is not just a blazer. The fit makes all the difference. And sometimes you just need more than one fit of a certain type of clothing. You can refer back to your Pinterest board and make a note of exactly what you like. And also, please make sure to buy clothing that actually fit you. I cannot count the times that I tried something on, it did not fit me perfectly, and you know what happened after I bought it? I didn't wear it. I didn't feel confident in it, I didn't feel comfortable in it. Save your hard-earned money and only buy pieces that you love. Don't buy pieces that are too loose, are too tight, that hit you wrong, that are too short. And bonus points for only buying clothing that makes you feel like your best self. So let's recap. Figure out what type of clothing you actually need in your wardrobe. What does your lifestyle look like and what are the pieces that would best fit into it? Figure out what your style is, what you'd like to wear, what you'd love to wear, what makes you feel comfortable and confident. Figure out what your color palette is and stick to it. Figure out what shapes and fits suit you and which ones make you transmit the image that you'd like to transmit. Now for the do's and don'ts. Do get inspired by other people's capsule wardrobes. It's always great to get new ideas. Don't copy other people's capsule wardrobe exactly. Their lifestyle is probably not exactly like yours, and you'll probably end up with a wardrobe full of clothing that doesn't fit your needs. Do adapt must-have lists to suit your needs and preferences. Don't start from scratch. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes along the way. So only get rid of the clothes that you're certain you don't need or want anymore after you've already been through this process for a while. Do make a list of holes that you find in your closet so that you can keep an eye out when you're shopping. Don't go on a shopping spree. I made this mistake as soon as I started. I bought a whole bunch of pieces that I ended up not wearing. Remember, the key to a curated closet is mindfulness. Take your time. Do only buy pieces that you love and meet your requirements for function, color, style, and fit. Don't buy items that are similar in color and fit. If an item looks like something that you already have, you're probably not going to get a lot of versatility out of it and you're just going to bulk up your closet. Do document your journey so that you can figure out what you like, you can figure out what works, and you can see how much you've evolved later on. Don't be afraid to mess up. Do have fun with this process. I hope you enjoyed this overview. If so, please leave a like. This is my first video and all the support is very important. As I said earlier on, I will be making other videos diving deeper and giving more step-by-step instructions on each of the pillars I talked to you about today. So if you're interested in seeing that, please subscribe. And let me know in the comments which of these pillars you most struggle with today. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for staying till the very end. It's wild starting a YouTube channel, but it's been years since I've actually had this idea, and I'm just so happy to actually be getting started. So when I started paying attention to what I wanted to wear over 10 years ago, there wasn't really a lot of content and help around the internet. So I'm just so grateful for all the content creators and bloggers that helped me get to where I am today. Here's a few pictures of me of when I got started, and here's a few pictures of me today. I'm really happy with my journey and how far I've come, and I am so excited to share it all with you guys, and I hope you really take a lot of value out of it. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.